here, we can't run anything because obviously the commission is not sanctioning anything. They're not supplying the officials and the doctors. And I think that's the same certainly in Vegas and a few of the other states out there at the moment. I mean, Vegas is shut down completely, hasn't it?
Well, the other thing too is that a lot of these media guys are absolute and total fucking scumbags. And, you know, as soon as you let them know what you're doing, all they're trying to do is fuck up everything that you've worked. So I literally told every one of these guys to go fuck themselves. And I'm not telling any of them what I'm doing, where I'm doing it. But know this, the fight is happening April 18th, somewhere on planet fucking Earth. And when you need to know, I'll let you know.
But that is a problem in the age we live in.
This was, when was that? March the 30th, last week. No, actually, that was this week. It was that Monday. Dana White was on boxing promoter Frank Warren's podcast, the Heavyweight Podcast, with Adam Catterall, who's, I guess, the moderator or the ones running the shit. But anyway, moving on. It's hard not to give Dana White the side eye and be like, yo, bro, like, everybody else canceled their shit. Like, is that money really worth it? You know? I mean, he could say, you know, well, you know, people need something to watch and something to uplift people. But here's my question. From an ethical standpoint, do you think that if anybody associated with that event, do you think that if they got COVID-19, I always keep calling it COVID-19 or the coronavirus, do you think that any of us would know? I think that everybody's got to sign some shit. Hey, listen, if you get sick, don't tell nobody, or we're going to sue your fucking ass forever. Me personally, with the amount of people that have to be involved, I don't know. Let's see how they do it. Maybe they got some cool ass plan. You know, maybe when it comes to, you know, in the ring, it's just going to be, you know, the EMTs are going to be 6 feet apart. In the octagon, it's going to be nobody there, just the TV studio, Dana White in the back. And what if it's just screens and people just there via screen and you just see Khabib and just fucking Ferguson? By the way, is he officially out of the fight? Not yet, right? They are still trying to get him out of Russia. When this shit first started, I don't know why they didn't have these guys in a safe location to begin with. But either way, I am going to be here watching it. UFC has given me shit in the past about covering Southern Air fights, but rest assured, I'll take that copyright strike. Even if it is going to be a legal UFC, we are going to be here on April 18th covering this card. Because just the logistics alone, I just want to see how they put that shit together. I better not see nobody standing more than 6 unless they're in the octagon. Who knows? Maybe the UFC pumped out some extra money to get their own coronavirus testing kits. How has the motherfucking NBA players been getting their shit? That's the secret right there. But we're gonna see. I'm looking forward to it. I kind of get where he's going because, by the way, he's pissed off at this writer that put out a article. What was it on Forbes? He said, or Fortune? I think it was Forbes, where the Endeavor Group, you know, I guess, I don't know what their relationship, I don't know all the banking shit. The financiers of the UFC or whatever have laid off some people. But the writer had wrote that it was the UFC laying off people when it wasn't, just to try to throw dirt on Dana White's name. So basically a magazine, a publication like that is supposed to do major fact checking. And he was pissed. But listen to this. I'm going to let you listen. Yo, Frank Warren got a nice little podcast. By the way, I have a podcast coming, but that shit ain't coming until boxing start back up. You know, I got some, you know, listening to podcasts and understanding how all of it works. I'm really kind of upset with myself that I didn't start a podcast years ago. Like, it's so much of a cleaner format than covering boxing on YouTube and, you know, just, you know.
30 years, so that would never happen.
These creepy fuck dusted.
I think that's, I mean, just we're in the same boat as you. I mean, we certainly wouldn't lay any of our guys off. They've been with, some of them have been with us for like 30 years, so that would never happen. But it's a fact though. They look for the bad rather than the good. It's a better story for you to say you're laying everybody off than you're keeping them in work. I don't why that's a better story. I've got no idea, especially as in this country, so many people have been, unfortunate people have lost their jobs. They've been laid off. They're terrible times for their families. So why would you be happy about somebody else, apparently doing that? It's no sense to it at all.
These creepy fucking weirdos in the media love it. They love it. I've never seen such sick, twisted individuals in my entire life as the people who consider themselves media these days. It's unbelievable.
No, that's not good.
It's in boxing too, don't get me wrong. It's in boxing too. I forgot my UFC Fight Pass password, damn it. Well, anyway, I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. I don't know. I mean, obviously, they know that they got to make sure everything goes right and that everybody's safe, because if a story comes out that some shit went wrong or somebody got sick, then UFC is going to be in a lot of motherfucking trouble. But if all else fails, you can just blame it on that bitch Carol Baskins. But don't get sued, though. You got to be careful. TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.